Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario RPG. In the last part, we got Princess Peach back from Booster after going through that arc, and now we're continuing on. Mario! That creepy guy just left. Does that mean we can go on with our wedding? Oh Raz, I'm so happy! Let's get this wedding over with so we can stay in the suite and then go on our honeymoon. Let's do it. Alright, you'll have to excuse us. Okay everyone, we're gonna start this from the beginning. Back inside, please. And thus, that arc that's been going on the last 8 parts comes to an end. Mostly. Also, here's a funny little thing you can do. Okay, get a little closer now. Ready? Alright, 1, 2... Hey, you there! Why the long face? This isn't a funeral, you know? Alright, on the count of 3, say, up. And that just happens. There's no real point to that, it's just cute. Mario! The Chancellor's waiting. We're going back now, right? Nah. Mario! The Chancellor must be worried sick about us. You saw him before. Come on, let's go! No. Mario! If we don't get the princess back, we'll be charged with kidnapping. Let's go. No. Mario! No one is authorized to kidnap the princess except me. It just wouldn't be right. Let's take her back to Mushroom Kingdom, where she belongs. Forget it. What? Enough already! That's just a cute little scene. You actually can't exit through that side of Marymore. You need to go through the southern exit. But first, a couple more things we can do here. I want to sell some things immediately, including that goodie bag we got last part. Because honestly, out of all the question mark items, it's the one I have the least use for, because I get money enough anyway. And that 555 is just really useful here. And let's also sell... I saw a fright bomb over there. Let's get rid of that, because I don't really have any use for the status bombs. And now we want to stay here at the inn, because you might have noticed Raz and Rainy mentioned that this place is not just a standard hotel, it has a deluxe suite to it, which costs 20 times more, but it's worth staying in, because first off, the first time you stay in it, you are going to get a flower tab, which is already pretty useful. And there's some added benefits to this as well. First off, when we go in, we're going to get an explanation for the place. This is the room. Please make yourself at home. Please feel free to use this terry cloth robe after bathing. Ring that bell for room service, and please be sure to turn the lights off when going to sleep. Anything else, sir? At this point, you're going to want to talk to the toad and give him a tip, which is 10 coins, as I'll be able to show you. I'm actually now exactly at 700 after entering with 910. And that actually can get us an item later. The cool thing about this is that if you ring the bell for room service, you can actually buy pick-me-ups and Caro Caro Colas for cheaper than you can anywhere else. In fact, I think in the Caro Caro Colas case, it's actually bought for less than it sells for. Cute. However, for that to be useful at all, you need to enter with 950 coins anyway, which means you're not making much money off of the supposed infinite money you can make there, a la the cotton robe trick from Final Fantasy IX. So, not really worth it. Mind you, you can make 200 coins later on pretty easily, but no thanks. Anyway, I'm going to use that flower tab now, just get it out of the way. And now we're going to leave the suite and hotel, but not really at the same time. Because once we go down here and talk to the toad, he'll ask us a question, ask if we were able to sleep well, we can say you betcha, and you can get an item from him if you tipped him earlier, usually something like a max mushroom or some restorative item. At this point, I'm saving, though, because what's coming up can be annoying and random. Because the thing is, there is another item you get for staying at the suite a total of 3 times. And there is a shortcut you can do to this, and I'm going to do, where you buy the suite and then leave the hotel. It'll still count you buying the suite. He'll even ask you if you want to leave. You still lose those 200 coins, but this is just a faster way to get what I'm trying to do done here. And now I'm going to stay in the suite again. And once we do that, we get the second reward, which in this case is a flower jar, I believe. Yeah, so it's another couple of FP. And this time I am going to follow the bellhop. However, once we get up there, things are going to be different. I also recommend saving again here in a different slot, by the way. because this is where the actual randomness keeps in. I basically made the other save slot in case I wanted to revert this, because there are other ways to get the flower points I'm getting here. Because the thing is about the suite that I didn't know for the longest time, and I wouldn't be surprised if a good amount of people also don't know about this, is that you can stay in the suite for more than one night. Basically, staying over what you're paid for. And the way you do that is, once you wake up from falling asleep, like I'm about to, you stay in the suite again by investigating the mushroom again. Once we do that, we're going to get a certain dialogue, essentially saying, you already paid for one night's visit, but would you like to stay longer? Yes. I am staying longer at this point, I think 5 or 6 times, just to make what's coming up not as long as it could be. Alright, now let's head downstairs. I've already saved the 5 or 6 times at this point, just to cut out some repetitiveness. Sup, manager? Sir, you seem to have stayed 6 times for the price of just 1 night. I'll have to receive 100 coins for each night you've extended your stay. Wait a minute, you're broke. I have no choice but to make you work for the remaining amount. Now, we're playing the part of the bellhop. You are here for a certain amount of time depending on what you do. How many times you stayed over, rather. Bellhop escort this guest to the suite. However, there are added benefits to this. You can just go upstairs and leave them there, yes, but what you want to do is always talk to the customer. You automatically lead them to the suite. This is all beyond my control. Mario will show them the stuff that the bellhop showed us, and then you can talk to them again. If it's an old lady or old man, you have a good chance of them saying, "Phew, finally here, you're mighty handy around here, deserve a tip." And you'll usually get an item like a mid mushroom, max mushroom, or 30 coins in my experience. However, once you go back downstairs, you have to talk to the manager, and the guest will immediately attempt to leave. If it's an old man or old lady, always talk to them a third time on the way down there, and there is a small chance they will give you a second tip. That second tip is what we're usually after here. The young couple, in my experience, never gives you anything. Now, the annoying thing about this is, it can take a while. In fact, in my original Rush of Nights, which I've cut a bit out of here even, I didn't get the item at all. Since I never have to spend another night here without money, I actually had to reset to my save and stay another amount of nights. At this point, I actually stayed 20 nights over my original one-night stay, just to have a better chance of getting it. So there's the first talk, there's the second talk, and on the third talk downstairs, I eventually got another tip. In this case, it's a flower box. That is very hard to get. In fact, it's also a flower box I think you can get infinitely. I think you can get that over and over again. So I guess expensive way to get max FP. But honestly, on most playthroughs, I actually skip over that one because there are other ways to get to max FP later on anyway, so not the most worth it. Also, the game automatically takes you back to Mushroom Kingdom when you leave. First off, let's talk to that guy we gave the wallet to that we got from Krakow back earlier. Oh, it's good to see you back. I found this in my wallet. It's yours, isn't it? And we get a flower jar. Sometimes. The guy that you got the wallet for back during the Crockett scenario, when you come back here at this point, he'll either give you a flower jar or a frog coin. I usually have higher luck in getting the flower jar, but if you get the flower coin, just reset. Now, this is where I get kind of screwed over by the automatically being brought back to Mushroom Kingdom, because I didn't get a chance to go and grind in the sewers for pure waters. Because we can buy something for this guy that's completely optional for 500 coins, and I'm going to do that later this part, but I kind of delayed my schedule just the slightest bit there. And I don't have anything I can really sell right now either. Let's talk to our invisible friend. Say, hey, welcome back. The Chancellor's been worrying about you ever since you left. Come see me later. Okay, we'll do that. Let's bring Peach home, finally. Mario, welcome back. It looks like you're in one piece. Princess! I'm finally home. And with Mario. And some wonderful new friends. They saved my life. Let's go find the Chancellor. Lead on. Come on, Mario. We mustn't keep the Chancellor waiting. Right. And we just go straight forward to see our good old friend, the Chancellor. For the first time in, like, what, 6 parts? Chancellor! The princess! She's back! Thank goodness! This has been a true nightmare. I'm a nervous wreck. I know I've worried everyone. But I'm fine. I can take care of myself, with a little help from Mario. Come, everyone. Let's get out of this drafty doorway.
Mario, I hope you know how thankful we are. But you must tell me one thing. How on earth can you trust Bowser?
Trust Bowser? What are you talking about? Mario, what are you doing with... What's going on here? Diggans!
Chancellor, listen, everyone relax. Mario's got things under control.
Yes, I see.
Bowser, perhaps it's time you told us your story. What exactly did you mean when you said you had bigger fish to fry?
Can't tell him the truth. If this gets out, I'm finished.
Ah, he's consoling. Excuse me, sir. Perhaps I can set the stage, and the others can add their comments along the way. The Princess, Bowser, and Mario were thrown in different directions after a terrible explosion. Something huge crashed through the Star Road high above Bowser's place and... went... kaboom! Right into Bowser's Keep. It was a gigantic sword. Now Bowser's Keep has been taken over by monsters who works for some creep named Smithy.
They've thrown me out of my own... I decided to take a vacation. They can't do this to me. Anyway, I was working on a plan to get my house back when... Mario walked up to me and begged me to let him join the Koopa Troop. I had no choice but to let him in. It was pathetic. Liar!
It's okay, Mario. We know Bowser's stretching the truth a little. And Mallow, how about you? Why are you traveling with Mario?
Well, because Mario's helping me find my real home and my parents. That's why we're on the road together.
What? This is dreadful news. Awful, horrible. I hope you find your real parents soon. And, Gino, was it? Why are you and Mario...
The Star Road has been destroyed. I'm here to fix it. Mario's helping me search for the star pieces. I need to rebuild the road.
Star pieces? The Star Road grants us our wishes. Unless we find all the star pieces and fix the Star Road, we can kiss our dreams goodbye. What? This is dreadful news. Awful, horrible. Isn't it?
Indeed. For example, say Bowser kidnapped you. Without the aid of the Star Road, you'd probably never be rescued. Actually, that sounds pretty good to me. Let's just forget about these star things.
Great, Bowser. Then you can just kiss your precious keep goodbye.
Huh? What? Huh? Let's see. If Mario can't find the stars, Toadstool will be mine. But I won't get my keep back unless Mario finds the stars. So if I want my keep back, we need the star things, but... Huh? Run that past me again.
Just ignore that idiot. I just don't think I could take a world without wishes. We need to go and find those star pieces now.
Princess! You can't be serious. You're not thinking of joining them, are you? This is sheer madness. You're a princess. What will people say?
I don't care. Things seem so hopeless right now. I'm tired. I think I just need to lie down in my room for a while. Mario, Mallow, Gino, and Bowser, you too. Good luck.
Now then. Thanks to Mario, the princess is back. I now declare this date to be known forever as... Hey, wait a minute. You don't suppose... Could it have been this Smithy who attacked our kingdom? I fear we have no cause to rejoice. In fact, Mario, we must ask you for yet another favor. Please, on behalf of all of us, you must defeat Smithy. It is the only way we shall ever live in peace again.
Princess Peach is home safe, but she has decided to stay at the kingdom.
All we can do is wait here. Don't let us down.
Okay. You can actually go to Peach's room and talk to her, but honestly, it's just not worth the time.
Mario!
Okay, or you could just ditch like that.
Please, Mario, take me along with you, please. Don't worry, Grandma helped me through this one, so no one will ever notice that I'm gone. So let's go find us a star. I wonder where it could be. I have absolutely no idea, do you? Mario! At times like these... What should we do? We should ask Grandpa. My grandpa should know. Okay then, let's do it.
And now the party is permanently together. Just as I thought, Toadstool joins the party once again. So now we actually have a healer with us for the rest of the game. Avoid fighting the pointy monsters up on Star Hill. Thanks for the big hint. And now let's actually go into Peach's room and see what they're doing to make sure she can't be noticed. Princess is resting... How?
What?
Grandma, thanks for putting up with all my selfish demands. Don't worry, Princess. A little adventure will do you good. See the world, make friends. Help destroy Smithy. Mario's besides me. Everything's gonna be alright, so don't worry, okay? You take care, Grandma, you hear? I don't know how they're doing that. Mario! Stop peeking into other people's rooms.
There's something private over there. But yeah, now we can actually head on over to Frog Fuchsius and get an idea of where we're supposed to go. Also, I don't think I mentioned why earlier, but the reason I call Peach in this game over Toadstool, despite her name being Toadstool in game, is just because I've always liked the name Peach over Toadstool for her to begin with. I know it was her name at the time, and it's kind of like the whole Eggman Robotnik thing, but Peach is just what I'm used to. How you doing, Froggy?
I have the latest news, children. A large star's been sighted on Star Hill.
What's that? A star on Star Hill? That sounds pretty normal for that place, actually. Either way, we're done with Frog Fuchsia, so we can move on. However, I also want to take a look in Rosetown really quickly, because something you can now check out after you finish the arc here, though I think you may need to finish the booster arc first too, for all I know, it's been a while, is that we can head back here and investigate this house, which I didn't do earlier. Hi, I'm the gardener. See that huge planter? I spent many years seeking the legendary seed and fertilizer to fill it with, but I've had no luck. If only I could find them. Keep that in mind for later. That's a pretty major quest coming up. And this is where I do my major pure water grind to get myself up some money again. And while doing so, I got some level ups for Geno and Bowser. And Geno learned a new ability known as Geno Whirl, which is a rather interesting ability that I'll be talking about when I use it later on this part. It's a doozy. And now I'm gonna sell the pure waters I grinded for over at Moleville, just because it's the nearest shop. I also got some extra items along the way just from the random battles, but I only need, 900 should be fine for now. Now that I have over 500 coins, I could go back to Mushroom Kingdom and buy that thing, and I will be doing that, but first I want to go take a look at something, because you might remember back when we were in Booster Tower, we pressed a button opening something in Booster Pass. I think it's about time we finally go and check that out. Right here in the first area, there's now a mine shaft. That leads to an area with a bunch of spikies from the first area, not worth fighting. But there's also a Sniffit jumping around. Golly, you're that famous Mario guy. If I beat you, you'll make me Sniffit 4, if I'm lucky. He is just a standard Sniffit like the ones we fought before, and I think he's technically considered closer to a Spookum in stat-wise. Doesn't matter, though, because he doesn't get a single attack, and I think he still has, like, static electricity and such, but nothing to really worry about. But that one experience point actually got Mario a level, which I find funny. Let's see, level 13, that is HP. Now they'll make me go over the train and take the training course over again. And that's not the only reason we come over here. I could fight the spikies, but their experience and coins just aren't worth it at this point. Over here, there is a flower, a frog coin, as well as a Caro Cola. So, pretty worth it. And there's nothing left for us here in Booster Pass itself, so now let's actually leave and head on over to Booster Tower. About halfway, 3/4 of the way up, not only did Mallow get a level up at getting level 13, but we find a familiar face. Knife Guy. Hee. I'm really sorry about before. Here, I'll make it up to you. Hee-ha. Are we having fun yet? Hee. Okay, that was just practice. This time it's for real. You up to it? Hee. Of course. Guess which hand the yellow ball is in if you can? Now watch carefully. You basically just have to follow where the yellow ball is, and then touch the hand that you think it's in. If you get it right, you get a prize, usually something crappy like a Wiltshire or a Rotten Mush. You can get some max mushrooms from this, but the more interesting thing is, it has a point system. Essentially, if you start with 0 points. If you get it right, you get +1. If you get it wrong, you get -1. Your goal is to make it all the way up to 13 points. This can be kind of time consuming, but it's overall on the easy side, and you get something special for reaching the 13th point. What? Well, let's figure it out. Whoa, congratulations, you deserve this. We get a bright card. I'll let you get into my brother's casino, wherever that is. That'll come into play later. For right now, let's leave and head on back to the Mushroom Kingdom and buy that thing. 500 coins? Well, sure. Want me to teach you? I already know. You're no fun. Ooh, a beetle. Select game on the menu and you can play Beetlemania, but please make sure not to cheat with a turbo-type controller. Honestly, that would make that game even harder. You essentially have a weird Galaga clone to play now.
Mechanics with this is the mushrooms, the shells rather you shoot actually explode, and their explosions will cause other shells to get destroyed. So your strategy here is supposed to be let as many shells as you can stack up and then get a lot of points at once. And when you get hit, you're not immediately dead. You have kind of a punch-out timer that you have to mash the button for in order to get your life back. I know you get like a heart that recovers your stamina for the beetle itself at 10,000 points, but it's just there to be a distraction, really. Also notable, this is what my team is looking like right now, because we're actually going to finally head on over to Star Hill. Progress with some plot stuff, so let's head on over there. And with that, I think we're now on to what's considered World 4? That feels about right. Yeah, because this would be World 3. Yeah, World 4. Welcome to Star Hill. I love the music here. Now, the way this place works is interesting. See these flowers? Touch them. To Star Hill, talk to the flower, and the Stargate will open. That flower becomes the main gimmick of the area. This is Star Hill. Wishes, which were transformed at the Star Road, fall from here. But some wishes that haven't been granted yet are fallen because Smithy destroyed the Star Road. Frog Fuchsia's mentioned hearing about a star piece on this hill. Let's see if we can find it. Alright, but first we got our first enemy for the part very late into it, as you can see. First off, we got the Gecko, 92 HP, can put you to sleep and can just straight up attack you. Weak against fire, strong against thunder, 0 coins and experience points, can drop an HP max flower, and can be Yoshi cookied into a froggy drink, which recovers 30 HP for all allies. There was also the Master Doom, 180 HP, can use a fire attack at you, weak against fire, ironically though. Strong against thunder, 0 coins, 20 experience points, HP max flower, Yoshi candy, Yoshi cookie, and can drop a mid shroom. And next we got probably the most interesting enemy, the Muku Mukus. 108 HP, weak against fire, strong against thunder, 1 coin and experience points, drops a lucky flower or a maple syrup, but it can be Yoshi cookied into a Muku cookie. Which is an interesting thing that when you use it, it'll cause a Muku to spawn, which will hit itself with a bomb, causing your party to be healed for 69 HP, as well as a couple of status ailments. It's one of the 2 places in the game you can get one of them too. I wish I weren't such a crybaby. This one's private. Who do you think you are spying on other people's wishes? Come on, our quest for the star pieces is important. Everyone's counting on us. We've got to hurry. Sorry about that. It's just that I'm embarrassed about my wish. If you investigate any of these stars with smiley faces on them, you can basically read wishes for certain characters. You can tell who they are mostly based off how they talk or what their goals are otherwise. Like, there's one for Raz and Rainy. There's one for Belome even. There's even one for Chef Tort. Let's show off Geno Whirl. Time it so that you press the Y button as soon as the disc leaves the screen, and your enemy's dead. It will kill any normal enemy in 1 shot for quad 9s. Most bosses are immune to this, thankfully, except for one major one later on. Either way, next up we have a Sackett. 152 HP, 30 coins, 20 experience points, drops a once again flower, can be Yoshi cooking into a max mushroom, and they can either drop a max mushroom or royal syrup. They're, again, basically a sort of metal slime enemy. However, as you saw in that battle after I killed the one, the other one ran away, because they have a tendency to do that, as with a lot of other bandit-type enemies in the game. They're also, I think, the only enemy in this area that can spawn infinitely, but they're a pain in the ass to try to catch. And as you've probably noticed by now, the main gimmick with this area is that you have to activate every single one of the flowers to open the Stargate that you entered through again, so that you can reach the next area of Star Hill. I actually really like this area because, in a way, I almost find it as a kind of breather compared to some of the previous areas, because it's nice and calming, the blue is nice, the music's really calm and such. The only real threat here is the last enemy we haven't run into in this place yet, and we'll see them soon enough. Also, later on in this area, you see me start avoiding battles intentionally. That's just because I was running low on time for something IRL. Last enemy for the part is the Pulsar. 69 HP, static electricity bolt, electroshock, and migraine. Weak against fire, strong, immune to jump normally, but I have the jump shoes on. 12 coins, 15 experience points of Lucky Flower, and can either be Yoshi cookied or drop a pick-me-up. The thing is about them is that if you attack them physically, I believe they'll use, I think it's electroshock. It might be migraine though, I forget which one in particular. But it will, I forget if it's an instant killer or if it just does too much damage at this point to really be survivable. That's why I use jump on them, because I'll kill them in 1 shot, guaranteed. They're actually the guys the invisible dude behind the house in Mushroom Kingdom warned us about. Also, before I leave, as you notice, I'm looking around for something, and I actually had to jump cut to find it because I almost forgot to go and get it. There is actually another scene for us to find in this area with one of the wishes, and as you see, I actually almost forget it entirely. It's right here. Please let Mallow find his way home. Why, this wish is... It's from my mom and dad. They're wishing for me to come home. This isn't the time to be crying. They're waiting for me to come home. Come on, Mario, we've got a busy schedule to keep. I'll make you eat dust if you don't hurry. Though sharp-eyed viewers will notice that flower is actually turned off. It's because I actually forgot to do this until I left the area. So I had to go back and record that. And now we're in the third and final area of Star Hill. The star flowers here are actually to activate the exit from the area and get back to the world map. Why? You'll find out in a moment. Though an interesting little wish in this area is this one. I want to be a great plumber like my brother Mario. That is the only direct reference to Luigi I believe this game has, which is kind of strange. Either way, go to the extreme north, and you can find something particularly interesting. By that I mean the star piece. Star Hill and the fourth star piece in general is the only one you do not need to fight a boss fight for in the game from the top of my memory. You're just given it. Which also leads to my theory that this is more or less a breather area to mark more or less the halfway point of the game. Would I say we're halfway through the game at this point? More or less. The areas get a bit longer from here on, and some of the plot can get a bit longer as well. But that's another star piece down at least. It's nice and purple. 3 to go. Though I believe there is funny dialogue if you try to leave Star Hill without grabbing that star piece. You've come a long way, but your journey's not over yet. There are 3 more star pieces. And with that, we can now leave the area. However, one more thing I want to do before I end this off is that now that we've gotten that star piece, a certain event triggers, sort of, over in Yoster Isle. This isn't necessary by any means, and it doesn't even actually do anything. But if we go to Yoster Isle, there's now a certain 2 people we know here. Raz and Rainy. Oh, you have the card. Looks like you can use it to play games at a place near Bean Valley. Who knows? Maybe I'll see you there, huh? Might be fun. Foreshadowing. Hello, Mario. Raz here can't even hop on a Yoshi, but that's okay. I still love him. Also interesting that now one of the eggs over here is hatched into a young Yoshi. If you feed this Yoshi 21 Yoshi cookies that you get through the racing, it'll grow up into a giant fat Yoshi. You can then feed that Yoshi certain amounts of cookies to get items. I know for a fact, I think it's either every 20, exactly, or the first 20 will give you a red essence, which is a very easy way to get a red essence if you need them later on. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 9, we'll be heading on to the next area after Star Hill, whatever that may be. See you guys then.